I want to show you a cool infrared black and white look. I've always wanted to have an infrared camera, but never really took the plunge and got one modified so I could create these interesting different looking images. So I did a bit of research and found a technique and modified it a bit to what I like, and I'm just going to show you how I did that. So what we got here is our image. We're going to duplicate that, and we're going to change the blend mode from normal down to overlay. That'll give us a fairly contrasty sort of look, but let's just drop that opacity back of that layer back to 60%. So let's get that done. 60% opacity. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a channel mixer adjustment layer, this one here, and we're going to change, well, we're going to tick the monochrome box. We're now going to enter an amount of 100 in the red channel, 200 in the green, and minus 200. So straight away we've got a fairly good infrared sort of look there. We're going to grab that layer, we're going to drag it down and put it underneath layer 1, like that. And that gives you a pretty cool look straight up. I think that's quite nice, interesting sort of look. But what we do now is we're going to click on layer 1, and we're going to go Command U, which brings up our, or Control U if you're on a PC, it brings up our hue saturation dialog box. And we're going to change the hue to minus 130 and set our saturation to 40. So this is where I sort of got to where it sort of showed what, you know, a color infrared would apparently look like. I'm not sure if it looks anything like that, but this is sort of what I've sort of learned. So I thought, well, that's okay. The next thing I wanted to do is I wanted to put a levels adjustment layer on top, and that allows me to make any fine sort of tuning to the lightness and darkness of the image. So I'm going to put that all into a group. So if I shift click on channel mixer layer at the bottom there, it selects all the layers. If I go Command G, or Control G, I can group all those layers. So let's just put it all in there. You can see it's in the group. Next thing I'll do is going to add a black and white adjustment layer to the top, and there's that's basically the final result. So if I turn this group off, you can see that's what a straight black and white conversion would look like through Photoshop, and that's with the infrared sort of look. Now we can go into that, then to the channel mixers, and we can make adjustments there. We can go into levels and just mess around with the midtones if we want to darken or lighten any part of the image. Obviously we've got a layer mask there, so we can brush that in. We can also go into this layer here, and you can see by turning it on and off, you make changes to the look. So you can use drop the opacity, increase or decrease the opacity on that layer, and then of course in the channel mixer here you can go in and start messing with the channel mixer and making slight adjustments to see if anything works better on your image. So that's it. It's pretty quick, and if you want to create an action for it, very simple thing to do. If you just follow those steps, just obviously go up to your actions. You want to go up here, you want to create a new set and then create a new action. And the new set could be called infrared black and white, then put the action inside that, and or you can put it under default actions if you like, and just run through those steps. Press stop, the little stop button. Obviously record when you start it, the little stop button here when you finish, and that'll record the action. Then you don't have to worry about doing it over and over. And I've done that already. I've created my action. I'll just delete those layers, get back to the start. Here's my action in here. Let me go to button mode because I like to see it in button mode. And there it is at the bottom there. Infrared black and white. Click on that, and there it is. All done. Pretty easy. Thanks, guys.